But where it became something that I actually identified with, or not necessarily identified with, but something that came to my knowledge that it was a big issue, was when I had my own kids and we went to parents' evening. And when you go into parents' evening, my son actually said something to me. I can't remember how it came around. And if he's watching this, he'll be like, Dad, you can't remember nothing. But we were talking and he was like, yeah, when we go to parents' evening, both you and mum come to the parents' evening. And I remember the teacher making a point of saying, thank you very much for coming. What do you mean? And then she was like, oh, well, it's very rare that both parents, and she didn't even look at it from, and I'm not looking at it from a if we're together or not together kind of aspect. It was, it's very rare that both parents come to an event like this. And then that startled me for the rest of the parents' evening, because I started to now observe around me that, oh yeah, it's this kid's with his mum, that kid's with his mum, that kid's with his mum. And there was very little presence of the dad. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that they from a single parent household. It was just the visual impact that something as important as this, and there's only one parent there. And for me, it was second nature. Yeah, parents' evenings on that day, work's cancelled, whatever appointments I've got will, you know, be delayed, postponed, or whatever the case may be, and I turn up to parents' evening. So for me, that was probably the first point of me as an adult realizing how much of a difference there is for certain people that I just took for granted. I just took that this was standard life.
I didn't really understand it because I didn't know anything other than having both my parents there. But it definitely was a major factor growing up that I felt like the minority, which was sort of straight, which when you look at it, is weird. Why should I feel like the minority with both parents there? Yeah.